Well, here we are. Uh, my name's Shasho Shashnot No Noehe. I'm the off-grid oracle out here at the Spiritual Ranch, and opening up my space here energetically. Um, see what happens. Pull some cards. Try to channel some messages. Um, just keep working at it every day. A lot of the reason why I opened up this space. And I find it really useful. As a matter of fact, if you spend a lot of time by yourself or whatever, or if you feel that you have something to say, but you're never getting heard, I'd recommend just open up a space. It's not really about if anybody sees you, it could just be one person even that you influence, and that's good. But it's good for you, It's like journaling. Like I really like it, I am a hermit, I'm spend very little time around people, and so I don't have very much access to process, I guess, the internal with the external like that. And so being able to vocalize things in this space, and air it out on YouTube, just knowing a couple people glimpse at it is satisfying. It does satisfy that mammalian urge that we have, because we're definitely herd animals in that sense. But it's also really good uh, practice. I've been finding it's taken me 10 years, um, to learn how to read the tarot. It's like I probably started reading tarot, I think, in like 2017, and so it's been what, 9 years. And I would say it's kind of like cooking, like it's one of those. You kind of make a whole lot of bad meals, and then stuff starts to click, and you quit burning it, or your noodles don't turn out hard, or whatever, You know what spices to add, so your experiments start to work a little bit better, and everything like that, and everything. You kind of know what things are going to do when you add an ingredient. You know what it's going to do, and all that, and you got some stuff under your belt, And so I feel I'm at a position with it after 9 years. I'm self-taught, you can probably learn quicker if you got somebody teaching you and whatnot, but in the community I come from, it's people don't really read tarot, They more so do now, yeah, the younger crowd, the Harry Potter crowd or whatever. But um, nonetheless, it's not very it's not super common. My grandmother was a channeler. She was always playing solitaire deck poker cards, But now that I'm older, I think she never. She was raised Southern Baptist, and so but she always was playing with them damn cards. And the older I get, I kind of wonder what the hell she was doing with those cards. But she always did tell me I had the gift. She spoke about angels, she and dreams, She was really about dream state, and she wrote all her dreams down, and that was her way of communicating with God, and to speak with God, to receive God's messages. And so she she's always told me I had the gift. We always were really connected like that. When I was a young child, when I was like 5, 6, she her and my grandpa divorced. My grandpa was they're from Oklahoma, and so he's a pretty stern guy. I never got to know him much. He went away and moved to Texas. Never really seen him. But grandma, she kind of got in the box wine a little bit much, And she had a little commune going. She had her own little like church and shit, So she had a little following of people. She'd interpret their dreams or whatnot. And so they built a big house out in the middle of nowhere, out in Central Oregon. Bunch of hippies, like no water, no electricity, and stuff like that. They and so grandma was the prophet or whatever for the church. And so she started to get into her wine a little bit, and she started making these paintings and stuff that were like they're just like Earth, but then Earth had like a woman, like it was a woman's body around her, a naked woman with a pregnant belly, and Earth was the baby, And my grandma always tells the story because she was in her wine, and she was up in her room, and she had this little dog. She had this little Shih Tzu dog that she named Ewok, And she she said that she's watching Ewok, across the room while she's pissing in the corner. She said there's a red ball coming out of Ewok's head, And so everybody was saying that she was batshit crazy, right? And so they had a big family meeting and everything, right? And so they're like they're gonna haul her off, And they're telling her that her art was fucked up, They're telling her that shit was perverted, right? And because the woman with the earth, at the belly or whatever, I don't know, man. Like I remember I was a little boy, I was like 5 or 6, and I remember I stepped to that conversation. I always had a mouthpiece on me, man. I started getting my ass whooped when I was real little because I had a big mouth, and I was always speaking up. I had something to say, So I said to everybody that so there's no way in hell that Grandma was crazy because it was pretty obvious that the woman was God and that the earth was Jesus, And my grandma, she loved me ever since then. I was always her favorite one, She always told me I was her most beautiful baby, man, because nobody else got it, They all, grandma went vagabond when she was about like 90, She went and like lived in some homeless camps and she went on a mission and stuff. And that's how she passed away. They just kind of threw all her shit away, I was really bummed out about that. I got a book from her. She wrote a book of poetry. I should read some of her poems on here. And it's her messages from a soul phone. And man, I love that book. Maybe I will. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run here and grab that one real quick. I'll read a poem out of it. This is actually my dad's coffee. Mine's out. I still got it out and stuff in boxes because everything I own's in boxes. I got to finish the damn house so I can move in. But yeah, that's my dad's coffee. This picture actually. This picture marked this page. I thought it was kind of special when I looked at it when I opened it up here the other day. It was in there and that's me when I was a baby. And so I had talked to my dad for 5 years, and then I found this book. It's my grandma's book that she wrote a long time ago, She made us each a copy. It's messages of a soul phone. It's her poems and stuff, But this poem was on the page where that picture was. And I don't know. I don't know who put there. If my grandma put there, if my dad put there or what. But I didn't put there. So it's the garden. We could pretend we come from nowhere or out of finer stock, and of the things that grow there, be the finest of the lot. But then, where will we sow our seeds? On some more fertile soil? What a fine thing we will breed, the product of our toil. No one could accidentally come up with such great gain, but what if eventually our product brought us pain? We tended it with extra care, the soil kept loose and soft, admired the lovely thing we shared, its beauty strong and loft. But when it swelled beyond the size for which we were prepared, and soon assumed a mad disguise and shunned the ones who cared. I don't belong within this fence, he burst the bounds with glee, and scurried off without repent. There's no one quite like me. We could not bear believe our eyes, our ears heard lies, we thought. Our wisdom had not been so wise, and love cannot be bought. Yet time may tell a different tale. Who knows? It isn't past. The truth lies just behind the veil. What happens will not last. But yeah, Grandma was special. I really love Grandma. She had a lot of demons, but at the same time, that she knew how to slay demons, and she taught me how. And that's kind of the way God works. That's ancestral healing, That's what we're going through right now. Um, Globally trying to correct shit, and those of us that are chosen that have family members that put that effort and that work into us, like my grandma did for me, like we got them right now and they're watching over us in spirit. They're got our backs, I'll tell you that much straight up. They're letting us learn our lessons, but like they got our back, and they're not gonna let us get destroyed. They're not gonna let us get broken. They're just not gonna. Like I'm seeing that right now. Like without my grandma, my grandpas, they become to me in my dreams. But my grandma has been channeling to me, and through the internet, through YouTube, man. Shout out Diva, because like at Diva TV, she channels my grandma, man. My grandma love women that can sing, and Diva can sing, So I think that's just what it is. She just loves Diva's voice, and she just like loves that song. Diva has a theme song, man. I think my grandma loves singing that theme song or something because she sure sends a lot of messages my way through her, And I really appreciate that. From Diva, I really appreciate that. And Mystic Tori too, she's a soul warrior, man. If I was gonna be marching into battle, that one right there, I'm gonna be like, look, I'm gonna be your general. You lead. Yeah, basically, Another one, another reader I've been listening to on here that I've been really appreciating lately is Maji. Maji's got the tea. Maji's got the tea. Maji's got the tea. Maji's got the spirit. I love her for that. She's got a good spirit. But she recommended reading Psalms 36. I think maybe I'll go ahead and read that. I ain't got nowhere to be. But yeah, Maji's got the tea, and I like her. She's got a really good attitude about life in general, man. She's got a lot of good knowledge. There's some really good people out here trying to share the really good knowledge with the people, trying to help everybody ascend, man. And I think that's really good, They deserve support and everything, Like we all got God Most High, but everybody also needs a little hand or whatever, even just a like, comment, or subscribe, Yeah, everybody appreciates it out here. That's the name of the game, right? So Psalms 36 is, the transgression of the wicked saith within my heart, that there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of this mouth are iniquity. The deceit he hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good, and he adoreth not evil. Thy mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens, and thy faithfulness reacheth into the clouds. Thy righteousness is like the great mountains. Thy judgments are a great deep. O Lord, thou preservest man and beast. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fitness of thy house, and they shall make them drink of the river of thy pleasures. For with thee in the mountain of life, and in thy light shall we see light. O continue thy loving kindness unto them that they know thee, and thy righteousness to the upright in heart. Let not the foot of pride come against me, and let not the hand of the wicked remove me. There are the workers of iniquity fallen. They are cast down and shall not be able to rise. She says that's a good one to read when people coming up against you, man. And like putting black magic and stuff like that on your house and shit, on your people that you love and stuff. I think it's a good one. The other one she recommended was 91. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with the feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. This truth shall be the shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walk in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under your feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall come upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Yeah, man. I feel better after reading them. I don't know how you feel, but shit, I feel pretty good. Lord God, Most High, my friend, the one that knows me better than I know myself. I'm going to ask you, that over my altar here, I want to ask you to take care of everybody, take care of everybody like you always do. And I think you do an excellent job, Like, I think that a lot of people don't stop themselves often enough and just think about how good of a job you do. And maybe just think that they should take 5-10 minutes to just talk to you about it, and say, hey, man, And, and you made me, you forged my tongue into a sharp sword, man, that's two-sided, man, and it cuts, and it cuts deep. And when I use my tongue, and I try to wield that sword on my own, man, that's a God's true sword, man. That's your sword, and I cause damage with that shit when I don't use your wisdom, when it's not accompanied with your wisdom. And so that's a weapon. And I appreciate you. That's a responsibility. I appreciate you granting me that responsibility. But I'm going to tell you right now that I'm not that big of a big boy. I need your help with that shit, because I don't want to go around just hurting people. I want to spread your knowledge, And I want to deliver messages on the hearts, and see them grow kind instead of like see them go to hell, see them, expose their own shit or whatever. I want to see people heal, man. And so if I can, I offer you a vessel that's pure down, it's true, it's clean, and there ain't gonna be nobody. I'll protect myself for them low lying shit as long as you look out for my back and whatever. But I can promise you a clean space to work in, and you can wield this sword that you gave me fiercely, and hopefully we can pierce that armor, man, that a lot of these people got around their hearts, and we can get a message in there, together, maybe they'll hear us. And so I think we share, a lot of the same amount of time alone, and kind of silent, Lord God, and I appreciate you because you always keep me company, man. And I thank you for protecting the little guy, and little guy and I both thank you for protecting our King vehicles that's out there, and really keep praying, for peace, in this world, because people don't need to be dying, man. Not like this, everybody's gonna have to be, we're gonna all have to slow down our transits a little bit or whatever, and take our turns more better or whatever. Not have to be here all at once, but like, it doesn't have to just happen all at once either, though. It's not like thinning carrots, man. And these men that are out here trying to do this shit, they don't know how to thin carrots anyways. That's your job, God Most High. Only you could handle that shit righteously, And so I just ask that you kind of maybe help them motherfuckers have a little peace in their hearts, Just maybe think more about like growing gardens and shit, and less about making nuclear bombs, And like I ask that you also open up the ears and the mouths of the other people and the other chosen ones that are around me, Like even these non-player characters or whatever, Like it's either you take them over or the Matrix does. They become Mr. Smith, man. So I think you should do that if you could. That'd be good, man. I think some of them will listen. And so anyhow, if you got time, man, maybe we could get some messages here and we could have a little conversation about whatever it is you find necessary that you want to get out here to the two people that want to listen to it, I shouldn't laugh, Most High. I shouldn't. I know, man. It's not good, man. The world's not good. It's just like that right now, These motherfuckers out here that just don't want to listen, Like, I'll keep trying. I know you're real. I know the crazy shit's real. It's like the only people nowadays that really believe that you're real, Most High, it seems to be, are the people that claim that they that you're bullshit. These motherfuckers that want to take the world over so they can rape and kill kids. I mean, man, what the fuck? And motherfuckers go to church every day and they don't even know why they're there. And those people show up to rape a child, and they know why they're there. And they're doing it just to piss you off. It's like they're the most faithful these days. What the fuck is up with that, man? Crazy, Really is crazy, man. Really is crazy, man. I don't know. It's like right now we're over there. U.S. bombs dropping in Yemen. U.S. bombs dropping in Iran. You got U.S. bombs dropping in Russia. We got U.S. bombs dropping in Gaza. Those bombs cost a lot of money, And then and not money, time. That's your love time. That's your time. That's time that you could be spending with your partner, your lover, your wife. That's time that you could be spending with your kids. They take a whole third of your paycheck. Think about that. A whole third of it. That's a third of your time, man, of your whole week that you could be, instead of having your kids down in some weird chomo shit at school, you could be down there coaching basketball, because you'd have spare time to do that. But instead, the government is charging you a 30% tax on your shit. You're paying 30% of your time so they could drop bombs in those places. How's that? And that's not all they're doing with that money. In reality, they're stealing most of it, and that's coming out right now. And so this is the truth. Watching those bombs drop, at least that way, I guess that how your time, because this is your time, this is your energy, this is your soul space. This is your time with your loved ones, This is your time doing shit that you love to do. This is your time that God gave to you to shine, not to fucking mop floors or flip burgers or be a CEO or some other bullshit fucking thing that you think makes you a hotshot. They're taking 30% of your soul space, your soul time, your soul energy, your life force, your divine calling. They're taking 30% of that so they can kill people. Shit, And then whatever cream they already took off the top, because that's what they're doing. All these little lying, thieving ass motherfuckers out here, man. Think about that. Wouldn't you like to have a third, 33% more time with your children, with your wife, with your lover, with your dog, whatever the fuck it is, writing stories or whatever it is, writing songs, playing music, fucking disc golf, or whatever the hell it is that you like to do. You can have 30% more of your time doing that, except you spend that time now willingly just to kill children and shit overseas, and to get greedy ass rich, mean thieving ass motherfuckers over here who want to rape your children rich too. And so it's like, why don't the American people say, fuck that shit, taxes, taxes? Like, I don't want to pay taxes. As a matter of fact, I don't want to work, not for money. Why should I have to work for money? We all can manifest. There's enough food in this world, you know. I used to raise pigs, you know, for a living. I was feeding everybody I know with the stuff I got from my pigs, and I still had stuff rotting in the barn that I was feeding 100 pigs almost always, constantly. And I was feeding everybody. I was doing food not bombs. I was taking stuff to the homeless shelter. I was taking stuff, doing my own drops in like 4 or 5 different random places, you know. Big drops. We're talking a couple hundred loaves of bread and stuff, you know. And I never had, I always had food going to waste that I just didn't, I had too much, couldn't use it all. And I'm in a small community, a very, very small community, and very small. And with a lot of poor people, you know, and so the abundance, that the amount of waste that in our culture, in our society, food wise, if you're afraid to feed yourself, because what else we have to fucking fear, you know, other than starvation in itself, that's it. As long as you got a full belly and you got somewhere to sleep that's not in the rain, we're good. We got it. God gave us everything we need. That's just that, you know. And until we start to see that as the American people, well, they're gonna fuck us up, man. Because they got us all strung out, you know, on stuff that we don't even need. And that's the truth, you know. We can feed ourselves easily because we throw all our abundance away. And I know that because the pigs taught me that. And the pigs are a very abundant animal. So, you know. Hey, Spirit, I'm over here ranting and raving. But you can always change the subject. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about, Spirit? Spirit wants to talk about 4 swords. Why this 4 swords, Spirit? What do we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about, Spirit? You got another one on this 4 swords, Spirit? What are we going to talk about? Ooh, okay. Spirit says, truth is, we're all sleeping on our, we've been all sleeping on our higher calling, you know, is what Spirit says. And that's why when we try to get real with ourselves, we try to take a good look at ourselves, you know, emotionally, we try to look inside ourselves and try to mirror back to ourselves what it is that we are and be honest with ourselves. It's a struggle. It's fucking hard, you know? So that means like we all have it so easy right now because that we don't even realize the abundance and the potential that we have because our potential is being wasted so savagely, you know? Because we're being lied to, you know? We're not being lied to, we're sleeping on it. It's not like we're lying to ourselves. We're sleeping on it. And so we're lack passion in our culture about the things that we should really care the most about, you know? And that's like balance. And that's our emotional well-being, our sense of knowing ourselves, like our relationship with God, you know, our higher connection with the truth, you know? And so we struggle inside. We're struggling. But instead of struggling, you know, instead of like even the struggle inside, everything's so easy for us that the struggle inside doesn't even seem real, you know? And so it's like we're struggling for sure, for certain, but our problem seems small fry because we're not starving, you know? It's like, oh, well, we're not starving, you know? And so it's like, so people have problems, but they're kind of made up problems too, you know? Like a lot of the things, it's like childish. It's like a squabble more than it is an actual fight. Like everybody feels petty, you know, and they're not growing. They're just all out kind of just playing games, you know, instead of like actually really truly fucking like ride or die fucking living life to their true calling, you know, that they know inside themselves that is their 2 of cups, you know. They're like their divine calling, you know, that gives them the emotional grounding and the emotional balance and the emotional fulfillment that we all fucking need. but we all are absent in our lives because we're sleeping on it, you know. And so the that queen of swords right there, you know, is telling us that we need to wake up and we need to start seeing this shit, seeing it, you know, seeing that even though the conflicts that we are facing, they may seem like they're petty little squabbles and shit, they're childish. They're not in reality, because they're these squabbles that we have within ourselves that are just small because they're not killing us or whatever. We can all hide in this land of mediocre. In the long run, they're enslaving us, and they're enslaving all of us, you know? And we're losing our ability to actually get up off from the table that we're sleeping on, to get our feet back underneath us, and then go out and do life in a way that, once again, is fulfilling, like a Two of Cups should be, you know? That's at least what God's telling me so far. And that's you, that's me, that's everybody, you know. Those of us who have been chosen, we're really in this right now. You know, we really need to. It's essential. See, with the chosen, this card would be. I lost my spirit. What was I going to say? We've been left out in the cold. You know, because we've been out here trying to keep the truth, you know, and get people to wake up. You know, like we're trying to be that queen of pentacles, but a lot of people haven't wanted to hear that shit. They don't see eye to eye with us, you know, and so yeah. So this is the Five of Pentacles over here. I was reading that earlier. The Five of Swords, but yeah, it's Five of Pentacles. I keep forgetting what's the diamonds there. But yeah. We've been feeling left out in the cold, man. If you're chosen, I think that you'd understand what I'm saying. The two of cups here usually represents a lot of people say soulmates or like you know, twin flames or whatever, you know. It's an emotional card, so it's a love card, but you know, this is an individual battle that we're all in, you know, and so it's not about another person. It's not about a soulmate. You have a soulmate, and that soulmate's name is God Most High, you know, and that's the truth, you know, and y'all are bound to each other within, you know, and that's a soul tie. That's a real soul tie, you know, because like there's never ever a separation from divine. Like you can't separate yourself from God Most High, you know, like with the counterpart, with another spirit, another soul, another energy, you know. That you could be, you will be separated from them, you know. Like you're gonna have times that you could be together, and sometimes those times will be good. Sometimes they won't even be good, you know. And like, but like, there's gotta be a distance. It's not a forever relationship, like. Because they got to have their relationship and stuff too with Most High, man, and that's the thing, you know. And so that's why ultimately your Two of Cups is God Most High. That's your counterpart, you know. That's your soulmate. That's the one that rides and dies with you always, you know. Always, like they're always with you, and through all passages, God will never leave your side, you know. In fact, God will carry you when you can't carry yourself. And that's the truth, you know. There's that poem out there where footsteps is cheesy and shit, you know, or whatever. But hey, it's the truth. It really is. So it's not cheesy. Shit ain't cheesy at all. That's a damn good poem, you know. I always liked it. I just thought it was ironic you only saw it by the toilet, you know. Well, fucking whatever, man. No side. Why the hell is the Chosen's left out in the cold like this, man? They don't like our work. See? And that's why you got to remember, you know, no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter where you're at, with this Eight of Pentacles, you're a hard-working motherfucker. You're working hard, and your work that you're doing, it's spiritual work, man. Like you're working for a very exclusive company, you know, a very exclusive boss, a very high privilege honor, you know, like you're serving God Most High as a chosen one, man. You've been hired, you know, because they like what you do. They want to take you. They want to know. They're saying, shesh, knock, no way. Hey, wake this motherfucker up because tell him the truth. Use your tongue. Your tongue, man. They'll cut through that motherfucker, and they're gonna realize that they always had a place to be, And so, and they're gonna realize that fucking they don't gotta worry about that cold no more. And that lame ass motherfucker that they're hanging with, that raggedy ass motherfucker that was saying, oh, they're a soulmate or they're whatever fucking bullshit, Yeah, the Most High says, hey, I'm calling you. You're the queen of fucking swords over here. And I want you to come over and work for me because I see you. That's what God says, man. I know that's what God says because God said that to me too, And took me maybe a couple times to believe it because this world beat me up so fucking bad. I didn't believe nobody wanted me for jack shit, man. And that's the truth, And what God did is God taught me, God taught me that said that, hey, man, I always have been here with you, God reminded me, God's like, hey, remember that one time? And fucking we were out hanging out and then you fucking did this dumb shit or whatever. And then I was there for you, motherfucker. I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. How can I forget that, God? Or I remember that other time, motherfucker, when you were out there in that fucking pickup truck that you just bought, getting drunk and fucking being stupid. Remember that fucking time? Yeah, motherfucker, I was there for you, It's like, yeah, fuck yeah, God, yeah. It went on like that for a long time. And I'm pretty sure that you got them same stories, And so that's why God hired your ass. That's why. Because, see, God's put you through it. God's trained you, this whole time. God's been sitting there, and God's been training your ass. You've been thinking, fuck, man, like, I'm such a fucking loser. Or, man, all these motherfuckers, got arrested again. Or I fucking, like, lost my shit again. Or I'm fucking lost again, fucking whatever, I'm in the wrong fucking part of town with the wrong motherfucking people. And I'm fucking clenching my butt cheeks right now and fucking scared to death. And, like, God's put you there because God was there with you the whole fucking time, but what God was teaching you was that you got it, because God stands with you, gives you armor from the inside, and that's the kind of shit you can't fuck with, man. You can't pierce an armored heart when it's armored on the inside, man. Like it's just what it is, And when God's in there protecting your ass, He taught you how to move. He taught you how to walk because sometimes when you're chosen, we get put in fucking some situations where we got to handle fucking shit that most people can't, And that's just what it is, And so, fuck, when, you got to fucking be familiar with demons if you want to know how to slay them motherfuckers, That's how a good hunter knows how to hunt. They familiarize themselves with their prey, And try and make candles. The wick's tricky, I found some burlap that I was for these ones here. It's working a little better. The second batch I got more center too. That's essential because I did a first batch and I didn't. This beeswax burns a little different too, But they're kind of cool. I wanna make a little pot carry here at the end of the road. That's ultimately my goal, Sell shit like that. I know a bee guy out here. I could probably get a bunch of beeswax for shit free. He loves me. We're homies. Old guy, man. His bees keep dying. It's too bad. Anyways, what were we talking about? Yeah, man. It's fuck, I'm over here fucking spacing the fuck out, Yeah, no, truth is, man. God's hiring. I know that much. So if this resonates, hey, put in the comments, God's hiring me. I got hired today. See, I got hired today. So God hired me today and gave me a new job. So God hired me today and gave me purpose. God reached out to me and was treated me like His charity case, for once. God says, "No, you're the one that I'm gonna bless, because I can see you, like God's like, I see you, raggedy ass, fucking shit. Nobody wants to talk to you, fucking on your hands and knees and everything, all fucked up. But I'm here now, man, and I'm gonna balance this shit out around you, because I got the scales in my hands right here, because I'm God Most High, and I'm gonna give you what you need, and then you are gonna be the first because you've been the last, and you're gonna stand tall because others have stood over you, and that's what God said. God says, hey man, nobody's a beggar in my kingdom, That's what God says. There's no fucking way in hell. What kind of king am I? If I got people that are hungry in my kingdom, that's what God says to Donald Trump specifically, who is actually a Queen of Pentacles, a Queen of Swords, So directly to him, to her, to this Queen of Swords, being the President of the United States of America, God wants to know what kind of a king has hungry people in his nation when he eats off the fat of the lamb. It ain't the way it works in God's kingdom, and that's what God says. I'm just the messenger. You think David let children starve and die, overdose on fentanyl, and get raped in his kingdom? Do you think he would be considered King David like he is if he did? I think that there's a lot of boasting, and not enough giving. Not enough giving. If you're going to be a king, God says, then be a king. And a king is the one that leads from the bottom and makes sure that even the last is first in their kingdom. Always. And I hope that message goes where it needs to go, traveling on the winds. Spirit knows how to deliver. Thank you, God Most High. Thank you, Lord God. I love you, man. You're my best friend, Thank you. Thank you for your protection. Thank you. Yep. Who wants to be a fucking king anyways, man? God's a king. And that's all you need, There's three people in there, That's the spirit, it's God, it's the masculine, the feminine, it's God, Because that's you whole, and that's the truth, That's the sword of truth right there. I mean, that's the king of truth, That's King of Swords, truth card, Aquarius, air sign, Aquarius. Man. Yeah, man. Cause see, we're chosen. We're God's chosen because we tell the truth, Yeah, and that's the sword of truth right there. That's God's sword of truth right there. And God hired us, God has us down here, He has you down here, has me down here, has us down here, every one of us that knows we're chosen, that accept this eight of diamonds over here. If you accept that eight of diamonds, you're chosen, because you took that job. And God blesses you for that. God takes care of you for that. There's times when things are hard, but you got to push hard. You got to persevere. It's a task, but at the same time, the truth of the matter, and that you've made the best choice, because when you accepted that job, you came out of the cold place that you were in prior to that because you felt empty, And so even if you ain't getting money for what you're doing with this eight of diamonds, it still is what satisfies your soul. And so you don't feel left out there in the cold like that. You don't feel so um, not in your element. Like in the five of coins. These individuals are in the snow and shit. Outside the building, the snow and everything. The building's all lit up or whatever. And so they're like outside. They're not allowed in. But the snow is not our element. And so when you're back here sleeping on it, you weren't in your element, like you were in that five of coins, and but yet you knew the truth, you were looking inside yourself, and so when God called you, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take that job, man, and like God called you because they could see that you're in that position and they took you in, like gave you what you needed and like brought balance into your life. They really helped you understand what that meant, man, because you found your other half. God was your other half. God was why you were left out in the cold feeling. Like you just didn't realize that God was like, all you gotta do is knock on the door, man. They always answer. And that's the truth. But the king of air here, this guy, see, we know the truth, we're the queen up here, we're in our feminine a little bit more, and like we know the truth. And so like we're the ones who get called on a lot, like we could do the calling, like we could try to wake up other individuals and stuff like that, but we got that feminine energy. So we see shit a little bit more. Like we have an intuition, intuitively we can see stuff, we're not fools, but right now, the masculine energy, the masculine chosen ones, they're struggling with understanding the feminine's intuitive ability to really see deeply what's going on, and so like he's accepted the job too because it's like the job's available to him, and like she led him, been leading him there, trying, because they were both kind of she kind of came out of that cold, and stuff. She went through all of this, all kind of like she woke up and kind of went through it on her own with God, and like, she got out of this here, and then the job was offered, and when the job was offered, she took it, and then that brought that balance in, and it also brought this her masculine, because when you're chosen like that, a lot of times when you get chosen, you're gonna get chosen with your masculine, with your divine counterpart. You're gonna be chosen at the same time because you guys are gonna be chosen to do a mission together. You guys are gonna have to do something together. It's gonna require both of you because everything in life requires balance. Of light and dark, and of masculine and feminine, and of the elements. And of all that stuff. And so. So like, yeah, the King of Pentacles was a part of this over here with God, when God brought her out of the cold and shit, because they were hired. Well, he did the same thing for him, but they worked together, but then they came together. Now it's part of this balance and act here, Most High was bringing everything together, And so the problem is that the masculine, a lot of times, they get more caught up in the world, like they don't they kind of fit in a little more with the world and stuff, and they get just a little more tempted by all the material and all that stuff, and maybe sex sometimes, and then like familial stuff, like they usually can have mommy issues and stuff like that, And the feminine's a little different a lot of times, the feminine, especially if she's divine. She's real intuitive and stuff, and like people kind of creeped out by him, They still feel that way about the masculine, but with the masculine, they just get kind of, enamored, just by society, that they're more monetary, and so like they're more it's masculine, and so they're more powerful, and they're more about business, uh, popularity and shit like that. Whereas like the feminine is more creative and like intuitive and like works more with the energies or whatnot, like the moon energies and and that kind of stuff. Whereas like with the masculine, he's more out there and kind of more of that like ram, like the ram or the goat, like they're kind of like, oh, trying to get out there and get the job done, but they get a little bit tunnel vision, and so with the masculine, sometimes the feminine can really sense when people are misleading them, whereas the masculine not so much so if they're not really up on their shit, I mean, when they get all the way into the divine and they're balanced and they're doing good, yeah, I mean, masculine's a bad motherfucker, of course, but the divine masculine could be just easily swayed away from seeing the truth, and so the masculine though, they're powerful, it's a masculine, it's a divine masculine, and so they also like to control things. That's how the masculines are. They're a dominant force. They take action, the masculine, when you're in your masculine, you're taking action, and male or female, you could be man or woman, but masculine is assertive and takes action, whereas like the feminine nurtures and cares for, and so with this situation here, the masculine, for whatever reason, didn't want the feminine here to see the truth, like he wanted her to feel that she wasn't really all she thought she was, and that she didn't see the truth and stuff, even though she was really well armed, like she has everything she needs really, like to fight wars, intellectually, like, because she's got 8 swords, and so, but she's got blindfold on and stuff, but like her hands are not really even tied and shit, and she's not bound really, but he has her thinking, or he has her in a position where she is bound, where she feels bound, but that's like a two-way street too, though, because in the 8 of Swords card, she's not bound, she has the swords and there's nobody else there. It's just her, and she's really not bound. It's like the 2 of Swords too, but this one, she has eight swords that she could access, and so and she knows that. That's why the ace of swords is there, she's aware of that, but he isn't really, and like really what she knows, because like she knows that he is in this energy right now, honestly, but it's like he has put himself in that energy, trying to put her in that energy too, because he doesn't want to accept the truth that she knows. And that's why God hired her and gave her that 8 of coin job, because God wants to save this king. He wants to save this masculine, because this masculine is divine, but this masculine is got doesn't know that, and Most High says that they're running out of time right now, and they're trying to wake up, they're trying to activate the chosen, but this one right here is really having a hard time, realizing that they've been hired, because this king didn't do this time out in the cold with this queen, and so this king kind of just fell into this position, not really knowing what happened, like knowing less of what was going on than what this queen knew, because she could see the improvement, but the king couldn't. He seen almost like it was a setback, kind of. So he kind of like met her and then wanted to start here, you know. But they were already here, you know. And she don't wait for nothing, man. She's wind, you know. She's air. She's queen. She's ready to move. She's queen air, man. Like she's trying to get this shit done. She likes to have a new job. Queen air, man. Gemini, Aquarius, and what the hell? Gemini, Aries, and whatever the other one was. I don't know, man. That joint got me stoned. And Libra. yeah, Libra, man. Libra. I always forget about Libras, but I did a couple of them, and yeah, I'm Earth, you know. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's what it looks like to be. What rocks we got here? It's silver. We got some tourmaline on the 2 of hearts. Sulfur. Yep, sulfur. Yeah, because you got calcipyrite right here, which calcipyrite is a copper ore. I actually have a lot of calcopyrite out here. Calcopyrite contain gold, silver, sulfides. You know, it's a sulfide. You know, a lot of sulfur in calcopyrite. I got a lot of it out here actually. I need to have that tested. In tourmaline, I have a little tourmaline too. The tourmaline's hard, you know, gem-like. You know, it's very beautiful. It's used for jewelry or whatnot. Calcopyrite is used for ore. You know, so they melt it down and all that. You know, so they get that fire going, and that's when you get the good stuff out of it. That's what God was trying to do, you know, because y'all were sleeping on it, trying to show you, you know, how you are a gem to them, you know, because tourmaline's a gem, you know, it's a very beautiful gem, and God sees you as a gem. That's why you guys are the 2 cups, you know, with God was Most High, you know, and the fluorite also could contain gold, precious metals, you know. It's where they get fluoride from. It's water soluble. It dissolves. We have fluoride out here, actually. A nice little vein of it as well. It's soft. You can easily carve it. It comes gem quality. So, kind of like that queen, I guess. And then the ace is silver. And so God saying, you know, when you're out there in the cold, that was your silver moment, you know. That's your silver moment. They gave you that new job, and now you're this calcipyrite over here, but you're solid gold. You're like calcipyrite, but you got fucking like 12 ounces to the ton in you, you know, because that's how they measure precious metals in ore bodies, you know. You get them tested, they'll tell you how many grams per ton you got, you know. And if you're somebody, you got 40 ounces of the ton or whatever, you know, you're solid gold. You're bad motherfucker. You ain't silver no more. You're not in the cold no more. You're chosen. See, King, you're tourmaline. God thinks that you're a gem. You know, God thinks that you're a gem, and God got you a job with your kingdom spouse. You know, like, and it's like the job of your life. And you guys are gonna both love it, man. Solid fucking gold. You know, shit. You know, don't be fucking this 9 of Swords over here, you know. Trying to put an end to this shit. Say, oh, it smells like farts, right? It's sulfur, you know. It smells like rotten eggs, man. It smells like sulfur. Hey, sulfur is what you are. 30% sulfur. 30% of your body is sulfur. It is one of the 3 essential elements of life on Earth, you know. Without sulfur, there would be no gold. Sulfur and gold. Gold is a sulfide, and they directly relate to each other. Without sulfur, we wouldn't have gold. So don't poo-poo on what you think with this 9 of Swords, that you think, oh, everything sucks, and we got that 10 of Swords coming. I would say wake the fuck up, you know. But I don't know. That's pretty good. That's a good little spread, right? That's a good read on the rocks. I like that right there, because I mean, everybody wants good rich calcipyrite, man. I mean, that's for sure. That's the essential one. And it's got iron in it. It's got copper in it. It's got all kinds of shit in it. I think it's got some zinc in it. It's very, very good. It's useful stuff. They hauled most of it out. You can't find it. So, and same with tourmaline. I'm wearing tourmaline right now. So, and silver. And I don't know. My dog farts all the time, so there's plenty of sulfur. No, hell no, no. I got a lot of sulfur out here. We got all kinds of sulfur. Got sulfur water. I got a well out here. It's got water. It smells like a hot spring. I want to make a hot spring with it, I don't drink it. I drink the rainwater, but what else we got here, Spirit? About a couple plants out of your kingdom, Spirit. The 4 coin, which is rose. It says, warning, avoid eating thorns. That's pretty funny. It's 4 coin. And it's rose. It says, warning, avoid eating thorns. Yeah, I mean, really, honestly, with the 4 coins, he kind of looks like that. If you think about it, he's down there and got all them coins around him with the points on the stars of the pentagram, But he's all clinging that thing in there, that would be like maybe he ate a thorn, Maybe that money's like a thorn. It's got stuck in his throat, something, he's choking, right? Says it's edible as the stems, leaves, flowers, and hips. Roses they're apple related to apple. It says many varieties from vines to large brushes. All have briars, flowers, vary in color, size, petal, construction, and taste. So that's just like human beings, Really, a rose is not much different than a human being. Many varieties from vines to large bushes. All have briars. Flowers vary in color, size, petal, construction, and taste. Well, it says taste range from sweet to bitter, roll and smell. Stems peel before eating raw or steeping for tea, freeze, and dry. The leaves you can eat raw, steep raw, or dried for tea, steam, boil, saute, drink liquid, used for cooking. Freeze dry. Flowers, eat raw, steep raw, or dry for tea. Steam, boil, saute, drink liquid, used for cooking. Make wine, freeze, dry hips, highest in vitamin C, eat raw, saute, use as garnish. Freeze dry, makes wine. Yeah. So, this is the rose with the 4 coin. On the 4 swords here with the 6 coin. So, yeah, don't stand around with a sour look on your face, like acting like you're like you got a briar stuck in your throat with the shitty look on your face because you think God gave you sulfur, when you are actually in reality, like you just think it's sulfur because you don't know any better. It's chalcopyrite. So God's actually hooking you up, but He wants you to see that He's hooking you up, so that you really appreciate it, instead of just making quick judgment over here like this 9 of swords and saying, oh, this shit stinks like sulfur, or it smells like fucking rotten eggs, or da-da-da-da-da, or it's not gold, it's a rock, and I fucking don't know this, or I don't fucking know that. And chalcopyrite's a lot of fucking sulfur in it too, And so, like, and it stinks when you roast and that stuff, and you try to make gold with it. It stinks, smelted it stinks for sure. But it's gold, it makes gold, And so, look past the thorns and everything, I mean, you got yourself a rose, Like as long as you don't focus on the thorns, then everything else on the damn plant's useful. We just read that card, And then following it here was the 10 of Pentacles on this the king over here with the tourmaline, And the King of Pentacles is a violet. And the violet says, warning, identify carefully, only common violets are edible. So, see, that's why God hired us. That's why God hired these two. That's why God hired this feminine and this masculine and made them a divine pairing for this mission that they hired them for, is because the common violets, they're edible. And so they just get eaten up by them demons out here, man. They just get eaten up by these fucking wolves. They just get eaten up and just fucking, easy because they're common, but we ain't common violets. See, these two, they ain't common violets. And so, they ain't edible. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? So, yeah, because on them common ones, it says the entire plant's edible. So they can't do it, you know? They can't do, nobody but you can do this job, you know? Only you, because you're not common. You're not common. You're not common. You're not a common violet, or you'd be eaten up already, man. And it says they're 4 inches or more tall, so they're not very big. The leaves vary from heart-shaped to elongated. Flowers are face-like. Colors may be white, yellow, blue, or lavender. And so, star seeds, man. That sounds like star seeds to me. All the way. They're a high source of vitamin C. You can eat the leaves raw, steamed, sauteed, drank. Well, we already established that you can eat everything on them common ones, but we ain't common ones, so that shit don't apply to us. And that's a 10 of Pentacles, you know? And so because we're not that common, God's got a not that common reward set aside for us because God has big work planned for us. You know, that's why you got hired for this 8 of Pentacles over here, you know? And that's truth. Because like if it was just common shit, you know, if it was something that was easy like that they could just send one of these common little violets out there and get eaten, you know, then they wouldn't be paying very good because that son of a bitch be sleeping on job anyways over here, you know? And so they already threw down this 6 coin on you because they're saying, hey, this is a deposit right here with that chalcopyrite. They're like, nah, we're going to fucking hook it up right now. And we're going to see what you do with that, you know, because if they hooked it up with you like that fat with some good chalcopyrite and shit, and you're like, hey, fuck it, I'm going to go put the work in and I'm going to learn what I'm doing here and I'm going to fucking make that into gold. You make that shit into fucking gold. That makes you not a common violet. Pretty hard to fucking get, you're not very edible, you know. They can't eat your ass, you can do it yourself. They can't take from you, you can make it for yourself. You can make it with God because God gave you something and then you gave something back to God. So God gave you that 10 pentacles, you know. Because he says, hey man, you're the least common violet I've ever fucking met, motherfucker. 10 pentacles, you know. And that's pretty cool, man. That's you know, I take my hat off to you for that, and I'm glad God hired your ass, you know. That's the way I see it. Like, we're coworkers, so, hey, man, help me convince this King of Swords over here. Because that King of Swords right there is a bad motherfucker. A gem in the eyes of God, you know, with that tourmaline there. And so, if you're out getting your message out there, talking about this shit that God wants us to be talking about, you know, because I know you hear me, somebody hears me. Fuck them. I think they lie, man. They just tell you people don't see your shit, so you feel insecure, so you just don't do it. But like, I'm talking to Spirit, so who gives a fuck anyways, because Spirit's going to deliver that message. This message, it ain't just going on YouTube. It's going in the world. It's going into the fucking goddamn, the ethereal regions of the, and the ethers right there and shit. And it's going out there, you know? And so just me speaking it aloud and me having this conversation with Spirit and me letting Spirit use me as a vessel like that and take my tongue out there and fucking slay, you know, chop them down. We do that in the ethers because that's how energy works, you know. That's where Spirit lives. You sit there and you don't say nothing and you act fucking scared of everything and shit and insecure and shy, man. Spirit wants to know why you don't like them. That's what Spirit wants to know, because Spirit's sensitive and they're an empath. And if you sit there and just act fucking weird and you don't talk to Spirit and shit, they want to know what the fuck's wrong with this motherfucker. Don't they know I'm here too? You know, they just want bullshit. They just want to be treated like one of the team, you know, because they are the fucking team. So you know that, you know that you've just been surrounded by people your entire fucking life that want to tell you that only special people can have that, you know? Be it the fucking, your preacher or your pope or like your mom's practitioner or your fucking dad's practitioner or your boss or your fucking PO, you know, probation officer or your pro officer or the fucking, fuck goddamn CO. I mean, whoever, man. teacher at school, fucking a husband, your wife, your fucking family, you know, all these motherfuckers want to tell you that fucking, that you got to be special to have that shit. When God's like, nah, bitch, it's right here. You got to just see it, man. You know? God's saying to you right now, what God's telling me is saying, hey, all you got to do right now is see it well enough to convince this king right here that they're chosen, because that king is struggling with that shit. And that's our job, is to help each other. You know? And so if there's like, only one of us, we got to help ourselves, you know? And if we're in a room, there's two of us, one of us needs help, well, we got to help them, you know? And if there's three of us, and fucking one of us needs help, then two of us got to help them. But if two of us need help, then one of us got to help the two, you know? And that's just the fucking way it is. But that's why God made us bad motherfuckers, you know? Yeah. That's why you went through all that time stuck out there with them raggedy ass motherfuckers and the snow and shit. They fucking wouldn't even let you in the church, you know? Hey, I shouldn't laugh, but I've been there. But hey, I don't even know if they'd let me in church now. But it don't matter. They ain't gonna let me get up and preach. But fuck, man. Fuck them, you know? Those churches, they're always cold anyways. I promise you that wherever God puts you, I know for a fucking fact you're warm, man. And I know for a fucking fact that your belly's full. And I know for a fucking fact that you ain't got some raggedy ass fucking bandages on your legs and shit. And you ain't got some broke down ass motherfucker walking next to you. I guarantee you that. You might be alone, but you got what you need and you're taken care of. But you got what you need in a way that God's showing you that God's going to give you what you need always, when you need it, always. You know, that's what's happening. So don't feel broke, dick. Don't feel fucking nothing. You might not have $1 in your pocket, but you got everything you fucking need. If you stop yourself and you go, wait a minute, I don't have nothing to have to worry about tomorrow. That is immediate, you know, that like, I'm good. I'm safe, you know, I'm not strung out like I've been. I'm not drunk like I've fucking been. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow feeling dope sick, feeling fucking alcohol sick, feeling fucking, you know, really bad, man. Or like in jail, you know, or like really having a major loss, you know. No, none of that shit's happening. That happened with that fucking 5 coins back there, you know. And that shit's behind you. That was a long time ago, you know. And so now you got a job, you know, you got a big boy job. You got that job that you've been trying to get, that you've been asking to get, you've been begging to get for a fucking long time, man, for eternity, you know. You've had this job before, you know, and been fired and shit, you know. Not this time. What else we got? Nah, man. See, you're masculine. Whoever it is I'm talking to, you know, because I'm trying to get you to help me with this masculine over here, just in our prayers and shit, you know. Or maybe it's like you need to help yourself understand your masculine better, you know. And it's definitely that King of Swords, you know, is the truth, you know. And so maybe that's just God putting their name on that shit. They're signing that check right there, so you get that 10 of Pentacles, you know. But if you are King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, and we, you know, man, put some energy out there, because, you know, you got a brother out here that needs some help, you know, just trying to remember who they are, man. You just, you know, all you gotta do is just say a prayer, you know, just say, hey, drop it in the comments, drop a prayer in the comments that says, I pray for the King of Pentacles, or that King of Swords over there, you know, to see the light. Just drop in the comments if you are King of Swords and you're trying to see the light, you know? If you feel like you've been calling, man, say something. Maybe you say something here, you just hear me say something in my comments and you realize, hey, actually, you know, that what you fucking say doesn't sound that bad. And then maybe you say something again. The next thing you know, you're out there saying exactly what needs to be said. That's calling somebody in to their soul purpose, you know, man. Like, that's what we're working on, man. Like, we're trying to get each other to safer waters, you know. We're trying to help each other, you know. We're trying to help each other. I'm trying to help you. You help me, help them, you know. And then we get somewhere. We get to safer waters where we all celebrate, you know. I mean, if we're 3 chosen ones right here helping each other, By the time we get through that rough water and we get to that safe water where we're heading over there, then that's where God's at, man. And then there's four, right? That's four wands right there, you know. And that's the magic, right? That's the shit. That's the celebration. That's the fucking party, man. That's the hey, we all made it over the finish line, you know. And that's what we're working for, man. Arrowhead. Arrowhead. There's a lot of Arrowhead. Grew up where I was raised. Me and my brothers used to dig it up. It'd get hot there. We were trying to fry that stuff some butter one time on a frying pan in the sun. It didn't work too good. But Arrowhead root, they make a lot of it's in a lot of stuff, you know. It's starch, you know. You can make bread with it and stuff. It's good. It says if water purity is in doubt, use purification tablet and soak root corms in solution. Interesting. The root, so you eat the root, and it grows in swampy water. This different one from the one that I well, the one I was raised with doesn't. It grows in the desert. Oh yeah, it's very different. Never seen this one. Kind of cool though. But that's good. The Four Wands is good though. The Four Wands is that celebration that we're trying to get to. You know, that's Four Wands is the reason why we all help each other and.